The Chad Prather Show is sponsored by ExpressVPN. You have a right to privacy. Protect it at expressvpn.com/watchchad. Oh, it's party time, Mom. You know it is. Welcome to another episode of the Chad Prather Show here in the mothership, which is Studio 22. The puppet master, Mark, is at the helm, driving us into the nether regions, which are all things important. Of course, Candice, the queen of the Ethiopians, my mind, my filter, my brain, the person who stares holes in me and tells me what to think, and the regal Herbert the silent deer stares on from behind her shoulder, making the same face he made when the truck hit him. Hot News Natalie is hanging out at the pub along with Party Foul Steve and Bougie Sean, and I have a problem with you guys right now. Let me tell you why.
Oh, boy.
The issue is every time we do an episode and then we take a break, it is like a mad dash out to the snack counter.
Not true.
Out here. Oh, it's true.
That's fake news.
You literally still have the food between your teeth, Natalie. What's in your lap, Natalie? Hold it up. What's in your lap? You got something? I hear the crinkle of cellophane. What is it?
It's chips.
It's chips.
Damn it.
What are you eating? Doritos?
No, they're baked Lays.
Okay.
Bag full of carbs.
Who's gained the most weight during the coronavirus thing?
I have.
How much, Sean?
12 pounds.
How much, Steve?
7.
How much, Natalie?
I haven't gained any.
You've gained weight. How much?
I really haven't.
Natalie?
I've been working out. Are you calling me fat?
No, I've never called you
Rude.
fat. I just want to know how much weight you've
I
gained.
promise I have not gained any weight.
Okay,
Damn it.
that's good.
I'll
Candace,
show
have you
you.
gained any weight? No, you don't look like you have. Mark, have you? You don't look like you have. Well, son of a bitch. I got you all beat. I'm straight up 15 pounds. 15 pounds I've gained in the last 2 months.
I'm going to die from this pandemic.
Tim runs his mouth. Tim Young back in the hot seat today. Have you gained any weight? Look at you with them M&Ms. Oh, it's like we got craft services out there.
Before I went on my cross-country trip, I was running it. Actually, my cardio got better than it has ever been. I was running 4 miles a day, which is the most I've ever consistently
I
done.
had a dream last night that I started running again, which is that's a nightmare because after playing baseball as long as I did in my life, I just swore once I was done I was never going to run again. And I was like, just can't do it. And now just going upstairs at the house, I'm like,
The Rona will
I got
get
to
you.
get over to the
That's how
couch
the
and
Rona
start
gets you.
eating
You
pizza.
got to get that lung capacity up.
Yeah, I don't have any.
Well, then you
I
better
don't
be
have any.
washing
Even
your hands.
sex is like, oh God.
I got to stop smoking weed then.
You got to quit smoking weed, Sean.
Wait, did I say that?
Yeah, I mean, why is black guy in here with afro
Oh, I didn't
smoking
smoke
weed?
weed.
The guy from Jamaica.
I only smoke
Good
in
job,
Vegas.
Sean.
I only smoke in Vegas and Los Angeles and Colorado and Seattle.
Only in the places that are legal, like Oklahoma. Wait a minute, is it? I don't know, but I do. Yeah, I do. It's a good thing I don't smoke any weed because, golly, I would have gained 50 pounds.
I don't smoke weed.
I know. He doesn't.
That would be brutal. That would be brutal. But no, I've gained weight. I'm doing something about it though. I'm gonna do something about it. I don't know
Super
what yet.
Beats.
Super Beats. There you go. I am on my Field of Greens. I love Field of Greens, and I'll also take their dusk till dawn or dawn till dusk stuff, which is basically the time release energy thing. I love that. I do that every morning. My wife's like, "Are you taking caffeine while drinking a Bang energy drink?" yeah, I'm trying to die.
Pretty much.
I don't know, man. I was on late last night. I was on Amazon. It's taken over our life. I was looking at elliptical machines and like stair climbers and bikes and stuff like Pelotons and Echelons and
They're great.
yeah, for $4,000.
Yeah.
You got
told
one,
you to come
right?
work out with. Yeah, we have a Peloton. Just come work out with our group.
I'm not going
Did you get a Peloton
anywhere.
because your husband told you needed to lose weight, like that commercial?
No,
ever see
but
the-
I've been okay with that. If he told me that, I wasn't offended by that.
I'm meeting the wrong women.
They have a Peloton because he is in love with a couple of the trainers on the video screen.
100%. My husband rides, and he's like, "This is the best ride ever," because he looks.
It's really
at the
uncomfortable near the end.
Well,
right?
the chicks, they're beautiful. They really are.
Are they riding in front of you?
Yes,
with
and
their
they're
butts
leaned
at
out.
you?
No, they're
boobs.
no, they're
Boobs.
front.
face
and that
right
gets
in front of
sweaty
you.
and like probably.
Oh, I thought you were like chasing.
No, they're
them.
no.
No, that could be
That
like
would
a
be
guy.
better.
Have you ever taken a spin class?
Are you going to look at
No.
a screen of a
They
butt
face
for
you.
45
the instructor
minutes?
faces you.
If you're
So like,
chasing
so
it
the
on a
instructors don't
bicycle.
look like Lizzo. They're not like body positive instructors on Peloton.
These do not. No,
Lizzo.
they're hot.
I'm not sure that bike has a seat.
Wow.
She just swallowed that one right up.
Trending on Twitter now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's
Anti-body positive.
at
Chad Prather.
Tim runs
I just took a
his
DNA
mouth.
test. Turns out I'm 100%.
Okay, quit singing Lizzo. I didn't know who Lizzo was until a couple of months ago, and you started singing Lizzo, and I'm like, I don't know who this poop emoji looking person is.
Nope.
Wow.
I don't know
I'm not
who
here
it
for
is,
this.
and I don't
What is
want to
it?
know. I don't want to know. Yeah, there it is. At Tim runs his mouth. Hey, when running a business, HR issues can kill you. They can also get you fired. Wrongful termination suits, minimum wage requirements, labor regulations, HR manager salaries aren't cheap, folks. Average of $70,000 a year. Bambi, spelled B-A-M-B-E-E, was created specifically for small business. You can get a dedicated HR manager, craft HR policy, and maintain your compliance, all for just $99 a month. With Bambi, you can change HR from your biggest liability to your biggest strength. You get a dedicated HR manager that's available by phone, email, or real-time chat, from onboarding to terminations. Boy, howdy. They customize your policies to fit your business and help you manage your employees day to day, all for just $99 a month. You can do it month to month. You can cancel anytime. There's no hidden fees. You didn't start your business because you want to spend all your time doing HR compliance. Let Bambi help. Get your free HR audit today. Go to Bambi.com/Chad. And right now, you can schedule your free HR audit. That's Bambi.com/Chad, spelled BAM to the BEE.com/Chad. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. Tim Young sitting in the hot seat. We're having fun today. We're still talking about people's opinions, and we've got our opinions. I love this show. I was thinking about this show the other day, and I said, it's kind of like we start with a premise, and we kind of build to a conclusion. It's not like we come out real dogmatic telling people what they need to believe and what they need to think. Sometimes I'll get a little preachy, but that's okay, Sean. It's okay.
Sure.
It's okay. Your life has changed because of me.
It has.
You now have a lake house. The people who actually own it don't even know we stay there every other week.
Nope.
We're headed down there this week.
I eat a lot more chicken because of
We eat
Chad.
a lot more chicken.
Squatters.
People need to be watching Yardbirds, and we need to do another episode of Yardbirds.
We do. The world needs it.
Tim and I are going to do some shows together. We keep talking about this thing.
I've said this. We should go on the road.
We're going to go on the road.
You know what's
We're
funny
going to
is
do it.
you're like the traditional. I mean, you're funny. Like, people know that you're funny. I come up and I just say like snarky things, and it takes a second, and people go, "Oh my God, he just said that." Like, there's this like track. I hosted the Accuracy in Media 50th anniversary gala.
Yeah.
And Ben Carson was in the front row, and I said some stuff there that like it took a second, and then he even went, "Oh my God."
Really?
It was amazing. Oh, it was amazing. I loved it.
Was he awake?
You get around Ben Carson, you're like, is this guy awake? Is he
Was
with
he
us?
awake?
Because he just kind of sits there like,
He almost became a thug at one point in his life.
I know.
That's like his greatest hit. If you guys ever get to see Ben Carson talk, and he talks about when he went to stab a man and he hit his belt buckle
Hit the
instead.
belt buckle.
He could have been like a life of crime. Could have
could've
followed
been
after
like-
that.
Yeah.
That Joe Biden guy that, you know,
Corn pop.
corn pop.
Corn pop.
Oh.
He
Could've
could have been.
He might have been corn
Might have
pop.
been
Ben
corn
Pop.
pop.
He would have been
pop.
frosted mini wheats.
Can you picture Ben Carson holding his gat, sideways, eyes closed?
Is he from? He's from Baltimore, isn't
Yeah,
he?
he is Baltimore. I'm
Baltimore.
from Baltimore. I grew up in the hood in Baltimore. Actually, I was the white kid in the hood. And
The Wire.
yeah, so one of my friends was like the number 2 writer on The Wire, and he grew up a mile from me, and all that stuff is true.
It's the truth.
It's absolutely true.
Yeah.
There's nothing that scares me in towns anymore. Like, literally, I can walk through the middle of I've done it. Walk through the middle of Philadelphia at night. Because honestly, if you walk through the hood in Philadelphia at night, or any city at night, and you're the white guy,
You're gonna be fine.
they think you're a serial killer. I can't even say it.
Yeah.
Because who would do it?
Yeah. I've done it because I got lost.
With the cowboy hat?
Yeah, actually.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was in Philly. We were shooting a TV show years ago, with a travel show I used to do for a network, and I couldn't. And the people in Philly are already rude, right? Like they pride themselves in being rude,
Yeah.
and so we're up there, and like they're being exceptionally rude to me because part of the shtick of doing this show was the hat. They would drop me in these environments, and it would kind of like a travel show. You feature the food, feature the drink, and the stuff in the city. But as you know, it's like cowboy come to town kind of thing. These people are just being exceptionally rude, and I'm like, what in the hell is going on here? Because I've been to Philly, and they were never like this. After 3 days of shooting, I look, my sound technician, a black girl, she's wearing a Dallas Cowboys hat with their headphones. Dallas Cowboys hat in Philadelphia,
bad.
Eagles country. And I
Bad.
finally realized they hated all of us. And it wasn't because of this. But I was at Gino's at the steak place, and the guy was like, oh, yeah, cowboy, full of, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And I said, isn't it funny that you make a living using steak and people like me raise them? Raise the cows to give you a job.
Did you guys embrace after that? Was there like
No,
a
he
moment
didn't
and you're like,
that
wow.
at all. I said, you have a job because a guy like me who wears a hat like this raised a cow that you can now make a steak sandwich. So you kiss my ass, Guido.
Is Gino's the one that uses real steak or Steakums? And Pat's is the alternate.
I don't know.
Okay.
I know because you got Gino's and the other one across the street.
Patsies.
Yeah.
And they both use Cheese Whiz, which is like
And
the
everybody
worst.
gets onto you. Like, if you're from Philly, everybody uses Cheese Whiz. But everybody from Philly's like, oh, no, don't go to those places. You got to go, like, to the gas station. And they'll be like, okay, so you're going to go down here. There's going to be a Lincoln Continental that's going to be missing a tire on the back. You're going to go around that thing, and you're going to step back there, and you're going to go past Pop's house, and then there's going to be a gas station. The pumps don't work, and you'll see ripped plastic bags over the nozzles. But there's got a great steak, man. It's true.
Just don't
and
eat
it is
the
a great
sushi.
steak. But, I remember travel. You can still travel. Benny Johnson, he posted his whole deal of traveling. He was on Instagram, and he was an empty plane. It's like flying private, Sean.
Well, American Airlines says you have to wear a mask. That's
You know what? They called me the other day. I fly so much with American. One of their executive liaisons called me the other day and wanted to have a conversation about the future of.
With you?
Yeah.
You're determining what happens on American Airlines?
I guess I am. And I should have had a better conversation because I own a lot of stock in the company, too.
Here we go. Adult things I don't understand. Go ahead. No, it's.
So they call me. Like, I'm executive platinum, concierge key, all this stuff. And I fly 250,000 miles a year with them.
I get C group on Southwest.
I'm in Group C. But that's the deal. They called me the other day and like wanting to talk to me about the future of the company and all this stuff. And I'm like, okay, I'm out. I don't have anything.
Really? They like what did they ask? This
Well,
is intriguing. This is
they
more
want to talk
intriguing than
about
Bill de
things like
Blasio.
the mask.
Oh, and they were like, "You going to wear a mask?" And you're like, "No."
No, not gonna do it.
You have to, right? Isn't
That's theoretically.
theoretically, yeah.
I'll cut the nose hole out right here and just go on there. Did you see the guy? I think it was in Congress or whatever, and he was demonstrating, or I think it might have been like state government. The guy was showing how to wear a mask, and he put it on up here across his eyes and his nose and the whole deal, and he had it strapped on. And like eventually he pulled it on down, but he was covering his eyes and everything, trying to get the whole thing. People are morons. They really are.
Also, I think people think that wearing a mask is going to stop you from catching something.
Well, that's exactly right. They do think that.
It doesn't.
And that's like Andrew Cuomo came out in his presser a couple of days ago saying, you're killing people if you don't wear a mask. You're killing people. You're responsible for the deaths of people if you don't wear a mask. I get that it's stopping my sneeze or whatever, okay? But we've talked about this on the show. If you're wearing even an N95 mask, that thing is not sealed. It's not fit tested for your face. You stick your tongue out and you fan like that, you can feel that air hitting your tongue, right? Because you can feel it hitting your mouth. That if that can get through, then God knows a microorganism can get through.
Yeah.
You don't wear those to paint the house. Those vapors, you wear a real respirator that has an actual carbon filter in it for organic vapors and things like that. But
The actual
you're making
solution to all
sense.
this, we're all allowed to live in our houses for the remainder of our lives. If you
That's
choose
it.
to, we are free.
you can't pay for it.
No. But listen, you're
you can
free
stay there.
to just stay in your house and never leave again. And you'll never get anything.
Did you see where Bernie Sanders came out this week and he said no mortgage and no rent as long as this is going on?
I mean, I'd say that too if I owned 3 or 4 houses.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, boom, there it is. I mean, the arbitrary stuff. And then, of course, Ted Cruz responded back and said, why don't we just quit paying taxes as well? I'm all for that.
I'm for that too.
Yes.
I mean, especially living where you live. Can you imagine if you guys didn't have to pay property taxes?
Expensive.
You probably pay more for your property taxes than I pay for my whole house.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's a fact.
shouldn't stuff be prorated if things that we pay for are shut down? So if like the parks in your neighborhood are shut down, shouldn't you get some money back from the government?
I mean, theoretically, you would think.
You live on the beach and you can't walk out on that beach in California. Shouldn't
Yeah.
you not have to pay that property tax that takes care of that beach?
Yeah. See, that's the kind of thing that pisses me off that I didn't even know I was pissed off about. Thank you, Tim.
Yeah.
That's why you're here.
I know. I'm a broadcast journalist.
People say I'm an instigator. I'm not an instigator at all. I'm just trying to sort this crap out for you people.
One of my tweets the other day talking about the indefinite shutdown of San Diego has been used by the protesters in California. Yeah, I saw it pop up on a bunch of like get us back to work protest sites. I'm kind of excited about that.
Do you think that there is some big ultimate conspiracy? Candace, pay attention here because I want you to weigh in on this. that truly, that the system, call it the deep state, new world order, I don't care what you call it, but the system that's out there is really doing everything it can through the media, through all of these institutions, through events like this crisis to really drive a wedge between people and make us hate each other. But then release something like this that controls us, so now we don't know what to do with each other. Because the virus thing, that isn't a partisan deal. We're just trying to make it a partisan deal. Well, Donald Trump, he's responsible for tens of thousands of deaths. Yeah, but is he? No. It's like they drive the wedge and then they try to push it back together, and it's like we don't know which way's up at this point.
No, I don't believe in the ultimate, like kind of NWO organization, other than when Eric Bischoff ran that with WCW, nearly took it over. But
almost
that's a whole
did.
nother, yeah, it was close. Sting stopped him.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is, and I was young member chair at the National Press Club. I represented all media under the age of 35 back 2010 to 2012. Mm-hmm. And during that time, I learned that the kids that were getting into journalism, who are now your senior correspondents at a lot of places, are just fanboys, and they just go along with whatever they're told by like the DNC and talking points, and they're very excited to hang out with a Barack Obama and take their pictures with them and go to these White House Correspondents' dinners with celebrities that they listen to them, even though they're technically smarter than these celebrities, they're more likely to listen to them. I don't think that there's an ultimate organization or any kind of conspiracy that does that. I think it's just a lot of dumb people, a lot of kind of like sheeple people that follow along and are just fans of this and hate Donald Trump. And so they're willing to do whatever it takes to try to ruin him.
Yep. Candace, do you think there is... Now, he's being logical. Screw that. We don't want logic.
Right.
Do you think there's some power that is running the whole thing? Or are we just puppets?
Maybe not directly, but now that we have given them so many opportunities, I feel like people are going to take advantage of it. And I think the week before all of this happened, if you remember, we did the Bernie special, or the Bernie Sanders episode where we talked about bread lines. And we were all sitting here saying that will never happen in this country. We're never going to be standing out in lines. We now have to stand in line to pace ourselves going into a grocery store. And that was a very too swift of a change of where people were so willing to do that. Yeah. And so it can literally happen overnight, and it has.
Look at you with good recall. That's what it pays to be young right there.
Thank you. It does.
You're right, because we were talking about bread lines, and then a week later, people are wrapped around the Costco.
I totally think that there's something going on here, because I feel like we really are in a Hunger Games show with now these murder hornets. Those are the tracker jackers.
Well, thank God you live in District 1.
Legit district.
Yeah, no kidding.
I ain't volunteering to tribute for nothing.
I ain't tribute. I'm just saying.
I bleed easy, man.
We're living out Hunger Games at this point. We never thought.
We're running out of meat.
Yeah.
I ain't never watched that crap.
Ain't no meat. You haven't ever watched?
No.
Well, it's a documentary
Jennifer
now,
Lawrence is
so
a
you
gem.
should watch it.
She's a gem. Is that what you said? America's sweetheart, Jennifer Lawrence. Oh, my God. Let me sell something, speaking of that. Unless you plan on self-isolating forever, if you've bought into this crazy NWO stuff, and you're right, Sting stopped it, you're going to need to be around other people again. One of the best ways to avoid getting sick today is a healthy immune system. It's been true throughout the history of humanity. You got to stay healthy all year round, which is why you need to be taking Field of Greens from Brickhouse Nutrition. One scoop of Field of Greens has a full serving of real USDA-certified organic fruits, vegetables. It's going to boost your energy. It's going to support a healthy immune system. If you're out of shape and you don't eat healthy, your risk is higher. It's as simple as that, folks. Plus, a diet of fruits and vegetables can reduce your risk of heart disease, hypertension, stroke, even cancer. Plus, Field of Greens is prebiotic, probiotic, and a great source of vitamins, fiber, and other nutrients. You just put a scoop of it in a glass of water, stir it up, and drink it, and you're done. Right now, I can save you 15% off your first order with the offer code CHAD at BrickHouseChad.com. That's BrickHouseChad.com. Subscribe and save an extra 10% every single month. Turn your body into a brick house with Field of Greens. Go to BrickHouseChad.com. Use the promo code CHAD. BrickHouseChad.com. Do you think that Americans need to have a guaranteed income?
No.
No.
Hell no.
Come on, man. These are the opinions. I read these opinions, these articles in the New York Times.
Because you hate yourself.
Do you ever listen to, I know you're on Patriot SiriusXM a lot. You fill in for Dave Webb in the morning. And various other things that, you're right down the street, or right down the hall, I should say, from the Progress Channel.
Across from them.
You're across from them.
Yeah.
I listen to the Progress Channel every now and then just to see what's going on. It's absolutely crazy what these people, I'll listen to Patriot and I'll hear some nice, reasonable arguments. People get a little heated, they get debated, and they get, they're passionate about what they believe. But you listen to Progress, and it's like these mother effers. And
now, when you tune into, we're not allowed to swear on the Patriot Channel. When you tune into Progress, do you have to also enter in your pronouns before they let you listen?
I identify as a him, her, and a they. This is my multiple personalities. But it's like I listen to this stuff, and then I read these opinion pieces, and I like to see the way people think that I don't agree with. But this is an article, Why Americans Need a Guaranteed Income. If we want to create a more resilient economy and country, a guaranteed income should be permanent American policy, not just an emergency measure to help with this crisis, talking about the coronavirus. This is why government can't be relegated to providing just a safety net for people who find themselves on the losing end of otherwise fair markets. So at the end of the day, this is a strike against capitalism is what they're going for.
Yeah, and what's amazing is whoever wrote this, Chris Hughes, who wrote this piece, probably makes $95,000 a year for writing, 600 words twice a week.
Yeah.
Does he have a right to weigh in on whether or not we need a universal basic income?
Yeah.
No.
That's the whole deal. Are we going to take Chris's income and start distributing it?
Oh, no. He's just outside of the
Yeah.
line.
Yeah. So, that would be great if there was the money tree. But the idea that the Federal Reserve can just go out there and print more money, there's no basis for it. You're looking for an economic collapse and something like that. And just forget the physical fact that we can't do it and the financial fact that we can't do it. But who the hell owes you anything? Nobody owes you anything.
I always thought the Fight for 15 ended when they added the kiosks where you order for yourself at McDonald's.
Yeah.
They just if you want universal basic income, you're going to see more robots taking orders at fast food.
I was in Ireland last summer and I went to a McDonald's. Of course I did.
That's where you go.
After a week in Ireland, you trust me eating that food?
It's healthy.
There's only so much stew you can eat,
shepherd's
right?
pie.
Yeah. So I go to McDonald's, and that's what they had. They had the kiosks, and then they call you up at the front, and you go up there and you grab it. And I was like, this works.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
Not having to deal with people.
Right.
You were social distancing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Before it was cool or even required. So, no, this is, just this. If you think somebody owes you something, then you're the problem. You are the problem.
I'm owed 40 acres and a mule.
Yeah,
I still haven't gotten
you're
it.
not.
No, I am.
You're not. First of all, your family came here too late, Sean.
Darn it. Wrong boat.
West Indies
we still had
does
slavery.
not African make you.
We still had slavery. But
I'm
Married into white privilege.
You married a blonde-headed woman.
not my fault.
You're the only black man I know with white privilege. Terrible.
Not my fault.
Candice, she's Ethiopian.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is she? I love Ethiopian food.
don't you?
Yeah.
It's only so
breadbasket
many
of
ways
the
you can
world.
fix rice, though.
No, there's no rice in Ethiopia. You have injera, the bread
has
that
no
you
idea
pick.
what
Yeah,
He's-
just like in Nigeria, you have pounded yam.
Oh.
You dip it in your agusi or your.
The guy with the Oilers hat doesn't understand Ethiopian food. Shocker.
Yeah.
I've never set foot in an Ethiopian restaurant.
Yeah.
We could tell.
You're not missing a thing.
Probably not.
I can tell you.
They don't have barbecue there. You're safe.
They might call it that.
It's really good food, though. Ethiopian food.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I go to a vegan Ethiopian place in D.C.
Why is that even a thing?
because I'm woke.
Yeah, I'd say you are very woke. Vegan Ethiopian.
Yeah.
They serve bread.
And
Have you?
and the head of it used to work for the Obama White House. So there we
All
go.
right.
I'm a terrible human being.
I want to know where my pallets of rice are going.
I
That
don't.
we're sending to
pallets of
Africa. I
rice.
saw the
I think they get
videos. They're
oatmeal. Don't they
loading
get
it
oatmeal?
on. Loading
The
bags of
35 cents a
rice.
day stuff with
Yeah.
what's her name?
Where's that going?
I don't even know. Feed hungry children.
Yeah, the
But
hungry
not
children
in Ethiopia.
with the extended bellies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, Ethiopia, that was known as the breadbasket of the world. They didn't have starvation there until bad governments took over. That's the kind of crap you get in America if you want guaranteed income and start giving everything away. You can't produce anything. Look at this crap. People, I tweeted this last week. People, it's not that people want this virus to go. People don't want to go back to work. They're getting too much money for
Yep.
it. Staying at home.
This is not too much money though. Like this is
No,
not
but it's
money.
enough for
more
them
than they were making.
That's embarrassing.
It's more than they
to
were
sit
making.
at home and get, what is it, $600
The
bucks?
600 on top of the
On top of
standard
unemployment.
Yeah.
unemployment. So some people are making $1,100 a month, where before they were
week.
bringing home like 35 a year. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a good. I wouldn't want to go back to
It's
work.
$1,100
either.
a week.
Yeah, $1,100 a week. But yeah, you said a
sorry,
month.
yeah.
But
Wait,
yeah,
say yes.
but that's exactly right. I mean, now you're making $55,000 a year versus the 30, and you're right. Why not?
Why? Yeah.
Making more money.
And you know that those programs, that 600 from the federal government isn't going away anytime soon.
No. No.
I might just try to get fired from somewhere right now just to collect.
Yeah.
I want to get out of my
Let me
house.
call
though.
up my
I
editor
wanna
at the
work.
Washington Times.
help me fill out my paperwork.
They're already filling it out.
They're over there online right
Yeah,
now.
they're
Tim.
online right
I
now.
already got it.
Well, it's harder in Texas. Like I live in D.C., so that's like quick. They just hand you whatever money. They don't care.
That's money's not even real anymore.
He's just sitting around
I
on the
got fired
street.
from the Blaze twice, so I already got my unemployment. I'm fine.
Yeah, you're
I'm
giving away
okay.
pallets of rice. Tim's giving away pallets of cash.
Yeah.
You should call yourself an Iranian. Identify as that, and you get billions.
Nice.
Yeah.
Open up,
Nice.
open up a gas station.
There it is. And that's why we call him Party Foul.
Is another human resources ad coming up? Or
That's why he
Working for the
almost
street.
works for the Blaze. So, they talk about a depression coming. This is what another opinion piece. New Great Depression is coming. Will there be a new New Deal? Do you find it interesting the crap we're not talking about anymore now that this has come along?
Aliens completely disappeared.
they dropped that in the middle. No, the Pentagon confirmed it in the middle of this.
Yeah.
Smart.
They said 3
So mad.
UFOs. Or they released, what was it, 3 videos of
3 videos.
UFOs, and boom, there you go.
You ever watch Ancient Aliens, by the way?
No.
It's my favorite television show, aside from this one. And the ones that I'm on. Ancient Aliens, when they do like ancient astronaut theorists, say yes. Is that a possibility? Ancient astronaut theorists, say yes.
Say yes.
It's that guy. He has the best job in the world, that narrator for Ancient Aliens, because he shows up and he goes, "What kind of bullshit do I have to read today?"
Is that the guy that brushes his hair?
No. There's you never see the narrator.
Okay.
And he's like the voice of reason on the show, but he just shows up. He's like just counting his paychecks, and he's like, "All right, well, let's tape 35 of these effers today."
Yeah. It's
Sits
like,
there.
what's his name who does the After Dark show, the paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
And could it be that ancient civilizations were actually made by alien
Ancient astronaut
Cultures?
theorists say
ancient
yes.
astronaut theorists say yes.
Anybody who watches that show knows they say that over and over again, and I cheer. It's like hearing the name of the movie in the movie.
Yeah.
Like when they throw the kids. Rush Hour was my favorite. When they throw the kids in the van, and at random the Asian guy goes, "This is a rush hour," and I'm like, "Oh wow, they did it."
They threw it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like, drink! Everybody drink!
I'm gonna do it
Ancient
now. though.
astronaut theorists say yes.
Say yes.
We're going to
Dead
play
air.
Ancient Aliens drinking game, Shawnee. All right.
They have
coffee
conferences,
got a bite.
too.
They got what?
They have conferences.
Ooh.
I'm sure they do.
can
These
go
people
see
are
'em.
weird, man.
You go. There's probably a package with the flat earthers, and then you go to the flat Earth convention, and then you go to the ancient astronaut
Now,
theorists.
listen, I'm going to say this knowing what's coming my way, but you flat earth people are weird. Like, y'all are weird. And the whole donut theory and the whole thing, y'all are weird. And what's really creepy, Candace, is there's some of them who are watching this crap. And the algorithms are going to make it pop up on their feed, and they're going to be like, "We're coming for you, Chad Prather. We're going to throw you off the edge."
I like that they're evidence that other planets are
Do it,
round.
bitch.
They're like other planets are round because you can see they're round,
Yeah,
but ours is flat.
exactly. I can
but
see
they're
the moon.
disc shaped. You're only seeing they're flipped up at us.
And these guys will go at it with you, man. They'll go at it with you. I mean, like, they will seriously debate you. But anyway, the stuff we used to talk about, like the Green New Deal and the cows farting and getting rid of all carbon emissions and super trains all over the world, like, we're not talking about that anymore. We're not talking about just so many different things. I don't want to go into that. I don't want to talk about the Catholics anymore. But there's so many things. Don't worry about it. Old episode. Steve always says things wrong, and then the Catholics. You don't want the flat earthers and the Catholics after you at the same time, Tim.
I'm okay with whatever people want to believe.
God forbid the Baptists jump in.
See his little cop out right there. I'm okay with whatever people want to believe.
Listen, I don't hit religion. So
I do. I mean,
I'm kind of,
but
if I was going to go for a new religion, though, I think I'd go Scientology.
really,
Yeah, I like the alien thing.
he comes right back to the ancient astronaut theorists.
I'm all about it. If
Say
you watch,
yes.
let me tell you something. You can have a couple of drinks and you sit, and by a couple I mean a half a bottle, and you sit and watch like 3 or 4 hours of that. You start to buy it.
Okay.
It's not real, but you start to buy it.
Yeah, I mean, they say yes, and we'll be right back. Handshakes are going to be a thing of the past.
No, they aren't.
Nobody's shaking hands anymore, Tim.
I just touch faces. I
Yeah.
don't even bother with handshakes anymore.
I want so bad just to walk up to somebody wearing a mask in the grocery store and just lick the side of their face. Just to watch the reaction. Do you ever
I want
have
to see you do that.
I bet you do. Do you ever have things you're like, I want to just try this to see what the reaction would be, then I want to go back in time where it didn't happen?
But you can't do that. I mean, you could do it before the pandemic. Like, why would you do that now? If you look at my face before the pandemic, I'm gonna hit you.
Because you're part of the
I
resistance
would not
now.
lick a person like you, Sean. You work out, and you're black.
You're going to be really awkward if they do away with handshakes, but you forget and you reach out and shake their hand. Kind of like if an amputee, and you don't, before you know it, you're sticking your hand out to shake their hand. You like pull it back real quick.
I went on a date once with a woman who had a really bad fake arm.
Yeah.
That's all.
I
couldn't get over it. I couldn't get over it.
When I was in college, there was this girl who was in one of my classes, and she was just the cutest thing, man. Just cute. She was always wearing these little coats, This was back in the 90s when you wear the little, had the little coats on, whatever. And she always had her arm in her pocket right here on her coat. And I was like, she's just the cutest little thing. And then all of a sudden one day she just pulls her arm out and there was nothing there. And I was like, okay, she's still cute. It was just like, I went a whole semester and didn't know.
I have no
She kept
problems
it
with
hidden.
it, but just it was so bad.
Really?
It was so bad.
Yeah.
I can't. That's all.
I have no problem with it, but I mean,
I have no problems with it if
Yeah, I mean,
it's
you
like
can't say
realistic
that
and
you
not
do,
like
but-
What was it? A stick? I mean, why
it
was
was
it
like
so bad?
it was like a rotten plastic arm that just kind of like it was an awkward. It almost looked like, what was it, like Waterboy? Didn't the guy have like a wood arm, or was it?
No,
it
that
was
was on
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. Chubbs.
It was like that. It was that bad.
Okay.
It was. I couldn't get over. I just.
When she smacked you with it.
Yeah. Talking about
It was
licking
made
faces.
out of cork, like a pirate.
Talking about licking faces. You used to be a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, right?
Okay.
Nasty Natalie or whatever your name is.
Nasty
Hot Haley. What'd you call her? I
That was a
forget what her name is.
garbage pail kid.
Hot, nasty Natalie.
You had to have weirdo guys try weirdo things, right?
Yes.
Which
I
Party
still
foul.
do.
Why did you point at me?
Well, no,
Everybody
I
knows.
just showed them a message that I have. I just received a message this morning from
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. It's a very very strange message. And
It was from Tim.
Yeah, she
they
didn't get it.
they
She
both
didn't
think
get it.
I need to get the authorities involved. So yeah, you get some crazy stuff.
What'd you get?
Oh, it's
Don't read it.
It's not a
call his
dick
name.
pic.
You've gotten a bunch of those.
I
It's
just
a
And
scrote-
unfortunately,
it's a
she
scrote
likes
show.
to send the dick pics to us.
well, sharing is caring.
No, it's not.
No.
Like, I have seen more multicolored phalluses that just like, I don't even understand how the pigmentation on this
I
is
don't
working.
ask for them.
No, of course you don't.
Okay, I just want to make sure you knew that.
You're happily married. You don't want any of that stuff from.
Well,
I'm not nasty Natalie.
Oh, what was your name again?
Hot news Natalie.
Oh, sure, whatever.
What was your point with that?
He was talking about walking up to people and licking their faces. I just figured people like creepy.
Get
of
creepy
all
stuff.
people who gets creepy things done to them, women get it worse. And because you were a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, I'd imagine just it was awful.
It gets crazy.
I had a
out
woman
there.
send me a shot of her vagina once.
whoa, once?
Whoa.
Didn't work.
once.
It was gross.
You didn't like it?
No, who wants that? Just a.
No.
Just a,
Wait.
Does it
No,
look
wait.
like an Arby's roast beef sandwich?
Did you save it?
Whoa.
it was
Share.
no, it did not. It was just
It was a vagina.
a vagina.
What?
Well, I mean, there's no such thing as just a
the
vagina.
vagina.
Nobody wants a shot of that. Nobody just wants a shot of that.
Maybe you're gay.
No.
No, okay.
Can-
People have thought that though. If I was, my God, would I market the hell out of that?
No,
Yeah.
totally.
I would have my own show. I would be on CNN, literally in between Anderson Cooper and Don Lemon.
I'd change my name to Dave Rubin. Yeah.
I'd be leading Trump rallies with a flag and the whole thing, and the proudest of the proud. I mean, come on.
Is there any money in that? I don't. If
well,
there's
I
money
can
in
send
it,
you
yeah.
the picture that I send of them of the penis of the peen, and if you
She calls
like
it the
it, maybe
peen.
you are into it.
I don't like it.
I'll send it to you.
I don't
don't
need to
like
see
it.
it.
Here's the thing, Tim. It doesn't matter if you like it or not.
gonna
Natalie
send it
is
anyway.
going to show it to you.
Whatever. You guys have already suffered enough. I guess I could take one for the team, but I don't want to see
There's
it.
there's a Tiger King test. I can't remember what it is, but
It's about eating the hot dog.
yeah, that's what it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
What?
we
The
ain't
point
that
was
straight, are you?
turn the TV off, moms. The point on the Tiger King.
I'm Tiger King.
He said, if you're watching porn, do you want to see a little one or a big one? And he said, well, I'd rather see a big one. And they said, well, then you got
ain't
little
that
little
straight.
gay.
You're a little
And so
gay.
there's a thing. It's like, do you want a big hot dog or a little hot dog? If you want the big hot dog, well then.
more
This
meat
is
in my
why we
mouth.
all used to work at the Blaze. But anyway, handshakes.
Oh, that's what we were talking about?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here was the point I wanted to make. People say that handshakes are a thing of the past because nobody wants to do it. And then they go into the whole history of where handshakes come from. And, you know,
White
you were
supremacy,
showing,
right?
Yeah, it's 100% white supremacy.
Of course.
And it was people who
Whites.
were showing that there wasn't a sword in their hand, right? They didn't have anything behind their back.
I'm left-handed.
It's true. You know, it was a cordial greeting. You weren't going to stab anybody in the back.
Always white people.
It's all the white people. It's the
Hate 'em.
Chads of the Chads and the Kyles.
Tads.
But back to what we were talking about in this context, our hands have been in all kind of weird places.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what they're selling now? They're selling a little device that you could put your phone in that will neutralize the fecal matter on your phone.
Time out. My colleague who I do television with every Friday night, Jim Lokay at Fox 5 in Washington, D.C., has one of those.
Does he?
It's a little ultraviolet thing, and you put your phone in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we've both been germaphobes for a long time, but
Yeah.
he has one.
I am a
don't believe it.
germaphobe myself in that, but I don't worry about the aerosolization of the toilet. Like every time you flush it, it's going to give a coat of the contents of the bowl on everything within a 15-foot radius in your bathroom. Therefore, your toothbrush has it and everything else is on there. You can't live like that unless you're Howie Mandel. But I'm just saying that everybody's phone in this room has been with them in the toilet
Today.
today.
Yeah.
That's where I texted you from when I sent you a message on the way. I was on the toilet.
He's, I'm coming in hot. No,
I'm
you were
coming in
sitting
hot.
on a hot.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
you were
dropping
sitting
it.
on a potato.
I was dropping it like it was hot.
Yeah,
And I was
you're on
coming in
last
hot.
night's roasted chicken. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, spicy. But that's the whole deal. Our hands have been all over us crap. That's why I keep saying this. You can wash your hands, you can sanitize, you can do all your stuff. God intended for us to be germified.
And you
makes us
you
healthier.
have no idea where Joe Biden's hands have been.
I've seen
Well, we
pictures.
do. There's actually been some testimony from a lady named Tara Reid.
Oh, everybody knows Joe. Everybody's got a creepy Uncle Joe.
He probably sleeps with his hand in that phone
in
sanitizer.
the blue light. Sits there in a little UV light. That's why his brain doesn't work anymore. He's been catching the radiation waves off the blue light, the UV light. Oh, this thing has just devolved into pure shenanigans.
Nasty Nancy over there just sits on her phone the entire time.
That's basically it. So, Tim, what you'll see is
Nancy.
I'm going to get rid of everybody, and I'm just going to get a news desk here, and I'm just going
Wow.
to start talking
What did I
about
do?
things because, well, you're never here.
Oh, okay.
You're here 8% of the time.
Sorry.
I mean, imagine that. A black
Is he
guy that
late,
doesn't
too?
Show up for work.
Late all the time.
I'm always late.
It's always late.
I'm here on payday to pick up paycheck.
Steve's here for self-promotion.
It's fair.
Natalie's normally
100%.
sitting over there, so she's probably feeling rejection issues today.
Yeah, because you got tight ass Tim over there
Exactly.
doing it now.
You tried real hard with that.
She did.
This
How'd
is
you
a
think?
journalist.
I had to think
rework
for
it.
a while.
I'm a broadcast journalist. Rework that.
Okay, I'll get
Come
back
back
to
to
you.
me.
Got it.
This is a legitimate member of the media.
Sit up straight now. Sit up straight. There you go.
I'm lamestream.
But that's the case. That's the deal.
No
You
wonder
guys
people
are-
think I'm gay the way I said that. Anyway, I'm lamestream.
I don't think that I'm trying to
You
hook
think
you
that's
up,
what
but I
gave it
just
away, Tim? We were talking about Andrew Heaton. I'll never forget one of my favorite things Andrew Heaton told me. He said, if I could take a pill and be gay, I would be gay. He said, because I'd love to be able to wake up every day with all my options open. Nope, I'm good without that.
I thought you were going to say, he was like, I'm going to block Tim on all social media platforms.
Hey, Mighty Heaton, unblock Tim Young.
Or refollow me or whatever he did. I don't pay
Tim
attention
runs
to it.
his mouth. Son like you, Heaton. Don't disappoint me,
hates
you
me.
liberal.
He hates me. It's fine.
No, I don't think
Everybody
he
hates
does. He loves everybody.
It's okay. I take it personally.
He's one of those political orphans.
Every follow or unfollow I take personally.
Yeah. Act. I love it because he'll be doing the radio show. He'll be doing David Webb's show, and I'll tweet something, and he'll read it back to me.
Also, do you like that I mock people on the show too? They call in. I don't think David Webb does that. I just make fun of people on the show.
David Webb's never done that ever.
Yeah. He's a patriot.
Yeah.
I'm like kind of.
You're quasi
Kind of.
on the fence.
I'm in the
sexually.
ballpark.
That's where I am. Hey, he's single, ladies. He's single, and he's ready to mingle.
he likes tall, dark, and handsome.
Yeah. No, he likes
Nasty
the ladies.
Nancy.
And apparently has a couple of cats. For you cat lovers,
I do. So I take care of my landlord's cat. Anyway, whatever.
There it is.
Murph,
There it
I
is.
miss you, Murph.
I want y'all to mull it over, and we'll be right back. In the next week or two, you and I are going to do some videos together. We're going to do some social media stuff that'll be fun because you're in town for a minute.
Yeah.
They just don't let you go home, or you're homeless right now.
No, so here's the deal. My friend Jerry, when I came into town when I was doing my drive to Minot, North Dakota from Austin, looked at me and she's like, I've got a big house with an extra room. Do you want to stay here? Or do you want to go back to Washington, D.C. where everything's locked down and you get fined for being in public?
Right. Smart.
Also, my pool's heated or whatever she said. I'm like, yeah, okay, sold.
Because you texted me a couple of weeks ago, and you're like, yeah, I'm there from blah, 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 whatever. And I'm like, dang, all right.
And I'm also trying to find a wife. Nasty Nancy, hook me up with your...
My favorite guy. I am trying that. I'm
Hot
working.
news, nasty Natalie, Nicole, Nancy.
No, that's not it. Tim.
Party at Jerry's, big house
Yes, I'm in for
in
that.
the Slake,
In the slake.
where the mayor sent out a letter saying that they could commandeer your home if they needed to in the midst of this corona crisis.
Seems legit. Seems fair.
It does.
I mean, all those overrun hospitals in this area, right?
I
They're
know,
all...
my wife, who's a nurse practitioner, she's furloughed. They can't see any patients.
I
right now.
heard later that was normal legalese that is in all of that kind of.
Yeah, well, I don't care. It
Needs to
ain't
not be.
constitutional. I don't
Yeah.
like it. Hey, at Tim Runs His Mouth. Go follow him on the Twitter and check him out. Go find him on all the places where he is. And just listen for his voice. He's out there. He's a broadcast journalist. It's amazing. Go to watchchad.com. That is where all the fun stuff is. And, of course, Party Foul Nation, you can subscribe to on YouTube. Chad Prather YouTube channel. Go over to Apple Podcasts. You got nothing to do all weekend long. Let's keep ourselves ranked high. You do that by leaving us a good rating and a review. And we only take 5 stars because that's what we deserve. That's what we deserve, people. For Candice, the queen of the Ethiopians, BlazeTV, and, of course, the Puppet Master, Mark, we love y'all. God bless you. We will talk to you next time. Goodbye.